Hey there, Nashville, 2019 Global Game Jam organizer John Gale here. It's been a while since I've talked to you. So many things have just sort of come into place with the Global Game Jam, and it's just ready to plan and execute. We are less than a week away, and I think we're pretty much ready to go, but have some new developments that I'd like to share with you today that'll help you have the best Game Jam experience coming up January 25th, 26th, and 27th of 2019. First piece of business and something new this year is we are going to have a Nash Game Dev monthly meetup tomorrow, Monday, January 21st, Martin Luther King Day, at 6 p.m. our usual time at the Eventbrite office this time, a bit change of location. And what we're going to do with this meetup is just sort of get everybody ready for the Game Jam coming up next weekend. So for all the new folks, so this is your first time coming to the Global Game Jam, I'd highly encourage you to also come to this meetup on Monday and learn what you can about how to get ready for the big event. Also, another big announcement is our GoFundMe campaign has reached its funding goal of $3,000. Chung 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 chung. So thank you to all the sponsors and individual donors who stepped up and made this happen. The event is now fully funded and we don't have any sort of financial concerns. We are still accepting donations though, and we will have some old t-shirts from previous years. Like I've got the 2016 t-shirt right here. We're going to bring those to the meetup on Monday and also at the Game Jam. So in exchange for a $10 donation, you can get a previous year's t-shirt. For any of you individual donors who contributed any amount of money to this GoFundMe campaign, I'd like to offer you one of those previous year's t-shirts if we've got one in your size. So come check out the meetup on Monday, January 21st, or we'll have those at the registration desk Friday night, January 25th at the Global Game Jam. Again, if you donated, help yourself to an old t-shirt. If you'd like to make a cash donation on site for $10 or more, you can have one of these previous year t-shirts, and that additional funding will go towards covering any incidental expenses we may have. As I've explained, this happened in 2018. The janitorial staff had to go through and make some extra trash runs that were not scheduled, and we as Nash Game Dev had to pay that expense. So incidental expenses are highly possible, and we need a little bit to cover those. Any extra funding will go to the 2020 Global Game Jam or to support Nash Game Dev throughout the year. And one of the things we're possibly exploring that I would very much like to explore in 2019 is making Nash Game Dev a nonprofit 501c3, so the funding may go to that. So it will not go to waste. It'll definitely go towards game development here in Nashville. So who do we have to thank for making this happen? Well, Daniel Ledford came in with a very nice individual donation, but actually as a sponsor. He donated at the sponsorship level and kicked that GoFundMe campaign up to its $3,000 goal. So Daniel, thank you very much. I don't know if there's anything you'd like to promote, website, Facebook, Twitter, game project you're working on, but you did donate at the sponsor level, so you're technically a sponsor. The best I've got is your name really big right here on the slide. But again, thank you, Daniel, for that. We also have some additional funding coming from the Tennessee Entertainment Commission. I've just got some paperwork and things I have to do to get that funding for the Global Game Jam, but also for Nash Game Dev throughout the year. So thank you very much, the Tennessee Entertainment Commission, for your support. I really do think this is an amazing event for building the technical skills and the team working skills and the network of highly skilled and highly talented people here in the Middle Tennessee area to create games and create something bigger than ourselves. I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but really, if you haven't participated in the Global Game Jam yet, that's what it's like. It is about meeting other people, about sharing ideas and creating something greater than you could have created all alone. So again, thank you to the Tennessee Entertainment Commission for helping to support that. So one thing we do at the Global Game Jam for all of our sponsors at that $125 level and higher is we will have a sponsor slide. We're going to have a slide deck that's rotating as people come in, and you'll get to see all the sponsors. And then as part of the opening presentation, what I want to do this year is thank all the sponsors individually. So we'll also have that slide one at a time, and I'll say, hey, this sponsor, stand up. Yeah, they helped. So for that, what I can do is, because I have all the sponsor logos, I could just throw the logo up on the slide. But as you can see from this slide right here, this is about the extent of my graphic design skills. Not a graphic designer. So if you sponsors out there, if you have some promotional slides that you already use, or you would like to design a really good looking one that goes beyond the logo, I'm going to email you later today and just send me back a PowerPoint presentation or a Mac Keynote presentation with that slide, that really nice looking one, and we'll get that up there during the presentation. Have something better than just the logo or anything I would create. So I'm going to send that email today. I just reply back to that. So now, with the event fully funded, we met yesterday and sort of set out the remaining budget. We have looked at the registration numbers. We have 129 registered on Eventbrite right now. Again, we're hoping to get to 150. I think we'll get there. We will take day of registrations. So we're definitely looking at easily 150 people for this event, which is awesome. We could do even more. The venue's paid for. Not so many variable expenses. So, hey, the more people we can get, the better. But looking at the budget and the number of people, we did determine, the meal plan, what type of food we're going to be able to provide at the event to give you that sustenance, to keep you jamming. So Friday night at 6 p.m., January the 25th, this is when the doors open for registration. You come to the registration table. And also what we're going to have Friday night is Papa John's Pizza up on the second floor. We're going to have pizza and networking for about an hour. And then at 7 p.m., everybody's going to go down to the basement to this lecture hall with these huge screens. And that's where we'll have the opening ceremony, keynote, and theme announcements. Then Saturday, January 26th, happens to be my birthday. That morning, 8 a.m. is when doors open. For jamming. And what I'm going to have when doors open is some Panera Bread, coffee boxes, and some pastries. And then all throughout the jam, we're going to make a Costco run and have some snacks set out on the table. So Saturday during the day, we have snacks. We do not have a formal lunch planned, but if you want to go grab something real quick at one of the restaurants around the area, you can do that, or just sustain yourself off the snacks. I've done it before. Maybe not the best idea for nutrition and energy and all that, but sometimes at the game jam, that's what you have to do. But Saturday evening around 6 p.m., we are going to get some Panda Express catering, set that spread out, and sustain yourself off of Chinese food for the rest of the night to keep jamming. Because those of you who have been there Saturday night, it's intense. That's when you have to get a lot of things done. So that's when we've decided to have the food out there for everybody to keep them going into the night. And each night we have to start clearing out at about 11:30 p.m. and be completely gone and everything cleaned up by midnight. Then again, Sunday morning, January 27th, doors open at 8 a.m. also, and going to have a similar spread of coffee and pastries from Panera Bread. Then Sunday, about 3 p.m. is when you have to stop, and 4 p.m. is when we're going to have presentations. So again, if you want to grab some lunch or something Sunday, I'd recommend you do that. So there is the meal plan that we've been able to raise the budget for, and we hope will cover everybody. So there it is. Okay, next thing. I'm still looking for volunteers for the Global Game Jam. I've got the volunteer link here in the video description. We've got a few more open shifts. Most of them have filled up though, so thanks guys for signing up for those shifts and helping out, especially cleanup and during the days helping with registration. We still need a few people for that. So please, if you're available, sign up on the website in the video description. And even if we do book all these shifts and you want to get service hours for school or something like that, just come to me. I'll put you to work. I'll put you to work. I have no problem with it. I'm going to need all the help and all the sleep and all the food probably that I can get to make sure we run this event smoothly. So again, you need volunteer hours. I need the help. I'll put you to work. Just come find me. Find this handsome face. Okay, so looking for volunteers. And finally, big announcement, and I'm going to put this up on a full screen. Nash Game Dev now has a Discord server, and you can join. There's the link right there, or that QR code. That's why I'm going full screen, so you can scan that QR code. Or also on our nashgamedev.org, our main website, we have the invite link up there. Now, Corey told me some very specific things to say about the Discord, so I'm looking at the email, and here we go. We have been using Slack for Nash Game Dev communications, and we've used that at past Global Game Jams. We want to make very clear that we are not using the Slack channel anymore. It will be closed down at the end of February. And the reasons for this is because of a 10,000 message limit, and Discord has a lot more features that we can use for free as a group. So that decision has been made to switch over to Discord for Nash Game Dev. And this year at the Global Game Jam, all announcements, important announcements, will be made in the Discord. Things like, hey guys, food's here, Panda Express is ready. Also, how to sign up to give you a presentation on Sunday. Also, reminders to register your team on the Global Game Jam website. So all of these important announcements during the Global Game Jam will be made on the Discord channel. Discord is a great way to chat with everybody in Nash Game Dev all year round, show off what you're working on, get feedback, discuss game development, and make connections. Also, during the Global Game Jam, you can make your own Discord server or group chat for your team, and that's a really effective way to go back and forth and share files and share information to get your project going. So again, 3 ways to join. You can scan that QR code that is up on the screen. You can go directly to that invite URL, the discord.gg, or on our main website, nashgamedev.org, we do have the links there if that is easier for you to do. So there it is about Discord. Corey, I hope you're happy. I hope I covered everything in the that you wanted to. Any other questions, feel free to post in the comments. And that's about it for this update. Again, we want to get as many people registered as possible. At the very bottom of this event description, I have the links to register on the Eventbrite page and also on the Global Game Jam website. So just remember, guys, the 2019 Global Game Jam in Nashville, we are less than 1 week away, January 25, 26, 27 of 2019. At the Wondery at Vanderbilt University. We need everybody to register on Eventbrite and also on the Global Game Jam page. Links are in the video description. I hope to see you at the Meetup on Monday and definitely at the Global Game Jam next weekend.